Dobre Granie.
W naszym plenerowym studiu, jeżeli tak mogę powiedzieć, dlatego że jesteśmy na zapleczu jednej ze scen, konkretnie Full Moon Stage. Bardzo fajna sytuacja, dlatego że spotkaliśmy się z Brandonem i Timothym z zespołu The Kill Devil Hills. Hello guys!
Hello.
Dobry wieczór, miło Cię poznać.
Miło Cię poznać również. You are going to perform on the Full Moon Stage, and the very cool thing is that you gained some popularity in Czech because of the magazine, because of the Full Moon. So I guess it must be really rewarding to perform for the audience that knows you from the press.
Absolutely. We've been trying to come here since 2013 for this festival, and so we've been, talking with the Full Moon guys who have been fantastic in Prague, and this is finally we've come a very long way to do this. So we're very happy, and it's an amazing place, wonderland.
Pytałem o występ zespołu The Kill Devil Hills na scenie Full Moon, dlatego że jest to scena, którą organizuje jeden z popularnych magazynów czeskich, Zajmuje się bardzo fajną muzyką. No i domyślam się, że dla nich to jest gratka, że dzięki tej prasie właśnie mogą się pojawić na tym festiwalu i panowie przyznali, że to prawda, że próbowali dostać się na ten festiwal już od 2013 roku i dzięki wspomnianemu magazynowi to się udało i są bardzo nakręceni na koncert, który będzie miał miejsce za kilka godzin. Your most current record is EP called Pink Feet, and the very cool thing about this album is that it has 6 tracks, and I think that's because you wanted it to be really straight to your face. You didn't want to write unnecessary song. Is this the reason why this album is a bit short?
The reason is we originally were just going to record a 12-inch single and like two maybe 3 songs, but we recorded it very quickly, like in a few days, and it happened quickly, and we did it all very very live, and we had more songs, and some songs were old songs that we played live for a long time, and some were very new ones. But in the time we were in the studio, we had 6 songs, and we said, okay, it's not an album, it's not an EP, it's somewhere in the middle, it's like a mini album, and we thought, there's no rules, let's just release it like this. Yeah.
Songs tend to come when songs come, and Brendan will always have a few new songs for us to work on together as a band, and rather than necessarily always wait for 10 or 12 of them to be ready, it seems more exciting to record when each song is as close to being ready as we feel they are. So there was 6 songs there that we were able to record, and it was a good way to just put that out, and rather than always wait a couple of years to do an entire album.
Also, we had a hurry because we were coming to Europe for a tour last year, so we wanted to have something new.
Pytałem o najnowsze wydawnictwo zespołu, czyli taką epkę Pink Fit, bo czymś, co ją wyróżnia, jest to, że to jest stosunkowo krótki album i miałem wrażenie, że dlatego, że panowie chcieli, żeby był bardzo zwarty, żeby był bardzo bezpośredni. Pytałem, czy to jest właśnie powód, dla którego mamy tylko 6 piosenek, a oni zauważyli, że tak naprawdę chcieli nagrać coś mniejszego, powiedzmy singla, który by się nadawał na mniejszy winyl, no ale się okazało, że tych piosenek powstało więcej, nie wiedzieli, czy to jest epka, czy płyta długogrająca i postanowili wydać coś pomiędzy. Innym powodem było też to, że musieli przyjechać na koncerty do Europy, no a poza tym, jak zauważył Timothy, zawsze pojawiają się fajne piosenki Brandona i później oni mogą pracować nad tymi utworami jako cały zespół i tak naprawdę nie wyznaczają sobie limitów, jak długi powinien albo krótki być album, tylko po prostu idą za ciosem. We've talked about your popularity in Czech Republic, and it's pretty surreal because I know that you've got some fans at the most unexpected places. I've heard even that you met a person in Slovenia who met you, by the road. So I guess it must have been really surprising for you.
Well, we would love to travel to Eastern Europe much more. When we first came in 2010, we went to Slovenia, we went to Croatia, we went to Serbia, and that was amazing. And we have a friend who's a promoter in Belgrade, and he does these countries. So we had the opportunity, and we were very surprised. Yeah, it's like people knew the music, and we weren't doing big shows. It was the first time there. We drove a long way, and I think somehow we made some fans there that we would love to go back to those places. But Czech Republic has been a very important place for us to find a new place to play in recent years, and the Full Moon guys here have been incredibly supportive to make that happen. It's with them, because of them,
There seems to be a kind of a mournful and melancholic sort of quality to the music as well, which I wonder if is maybe appreciated quite a lot in Central and Eastern Europe. I know last year when we played in Prague, one person in the crowd spoke to us afterwards. He said, we love your music because it sounds very sad. And it's usually people say, we like how rock and roll you sound, or we like that kind of bluesy folk. We get described in all kinds of more generic kind of ways. It's the first time I've ever heard someone say, I like how sad you sound.
Spytałem o popularność zespołu w Europie Środkowo-Wschodniej, dlatego że wiem, że były zaskakujące sytuacje, między innymi kiedyś złapali gumę i spotkali na poboczu fana ze Słowenii, więc byłem ciekaw, jaki to jest odbiór, jakie to jest odczucie, że mają tylu fanów w naszym rejonie. Oni stwierdzili, że to jest świetne, że chcieliby na pewno więcej grać po Europie Środkowo-Wschodniej, ale przyjęcie w Czechach jest bardzo dobre i bardzo ich cieszy, że panowie z Full Moon mogą organizować te koncerty i że pojawili się podczas festiwalu Colours Of Ostrava. I też Timothy zwrócił uwagę na bardzo fajną kwestię, dlatego że stwierdził, że po koncercie w Pradze kiedyś zostali docenieni za to, że ich muzyka ma w sobie pewną melancholię, pewien smutek, a zazwyczaj na przykład słuchają, że bardzo podoba się ludziom, że w ich muzyce jest dużo bluesa, rocka, a po raz pierwszy właśnie w Czechach usłyszeli, że ludzie kochają melancholię w ich dźwiękach. Do rozmowy wrócimy za krótką chwilę. Cały czas jesteśmy na zapleczu sceny Full Moon Stage na festiwalu Colours of Ostrava, gdzie rozmawiamy z zespołem The Kill Devil Hills. And the very cool feature about your music is that it's become more and more raw and darker. I guess it's kind of evolution that goes with your specific sound. Is that something that you ever intended, or it just happened during evolution of your sound?
For me, everyone in the six guys in the band, so everyone I think has different tastes and influences in the music, and we have had different members, so every time the band changes a little bit with a new person, it changes the sound. But originally I played in some heavy bands before this in Australia, and like strange stuff, but my hearing was was getting painful, and at some point with the guy that I started the band with, Steve his name is, we decided to kind of do something very simple and acoustic. So originally we wanted to do something a little bit more folk influenced, or less kind of intense, and that didn't last very long. that changed quickly, and I think the energy of playing live and the energy of discovering a new, the alchemy of everybody's working together created the sound of the band, and I think that continues to change. And I think the new stuff is, I listen to a lot of intense music, and I listen to a lot of different types of music, but I think there's definitely an energy that we're looking for in the music that's a big spectrum, I think.
And I guess as far as your new EP is concerned, the very important factor is the tone of the guitar. For example, in the track called Stained, I guess it's something that you've been always looking for. It's the sound of your band.
Yeah, that's got 4 guitars in it, so they have to be working together, but not the same mashed sound. And yeah, that took a while to find that. I think that's something that we really enjoy.
Brendan brings in a song, and he describes very well kind of what he's hearing, but there's a lot of license to do whatever when it comes to the other 5 members, and he'll bring in a song and play it just on the guitar and his voice, and whoever's the fact that the rest of us all have to try and do something over the top of that. I think we all play it in a very expressive kind of way, so I guess the band sound will always change depending on who's actually playing in the band. It's very much dependent on the actual people performing it at that point in time.
So just quickly, the new guy on that album, his first album with us, the lead guitarist Luke. He's capable of making some very, very strange sounds. So yeah, it's added a lot of texture as well, I think.
Pytałem o mrok, który jest bardzo charakterystyczny dla twórczości The Kill Devil Hills i tak naprawdę z albumu na album można powiedzieć, że ta twórczość była coraz bardziej mroczna i ciekawiło mnie, czy to był jakiś zamierzony proces. No i tutaj Brandon przyznał, że na początku grał bardzo intensywną muzykę, bardzo ciężką i zaczął mu troszeczkę doskwierać słuch i postanowił, że z The Kill Devil Hills będzie lżej, będzie bardziej folkowo, no ale to nie był dobry pomysł. Jednak cały czas gdzieś rzeczywiście szukali tego ciężaru, tak im się gra najlepiej, a na nowej epce jest na przykład utwór, który nazywa się Stained, gdzie są 4 gitary i to też było bardzo ważne, żeby one zabrzmiały dobrze. To nie było takie proste, no i też warto wspomnieć o tym, że do kompozycji Brandona każdy może dołożyć coś od siebie, każdy ma bardzo spory wpływ na brzmienie zespołu, na przykład Luke Dax, gitarzysta zespołu, który dołączył ostatnio, potrafi z gitary wydobyć takie dźwięki, których nikt się nie spodziewa. And I guess it's also very important to have this all overdriven instrumental parts. I guess not only as far as guitars are concerned, but there's also much distortion to bass and even to keyboard instruments.
Because of the Fremantle sort of geographical element, yeah, I don't know. I guess I personally don't take influence from anyone who's immediately near me as much as I do the records that I listen to. So I don't know if the way we play is necessarily consciously something that is very similar to, you know, the sound of where we're from. I think it's just something that comes naturally as well. If anything, you know, it's always a reaction to something. You know, if you hear too many acoustic guitars, you naturally want to distort everything and turn it louder. And everything's kind of a call and answer, I think.
We like really ugly sounds.
And I guess that you agree with Cash Savage, who said that some of the Australian folk music was too polished, and that's why you sort of reacted against it.
Yeah, I think the folk tradition in the world is often very clean sort of sound and beautiful songwriting. So I think, you know, the heart of it all, you can make it noisy and crazy. You still need a quality song structure, and then there's a lot of pleasure just making it sound strange or ugly or beautiful in moments and moving between those. I think the contrast between ugly and beautiful is very important, you know, like in music that I like and try to make. You know.
Yeah, because we're obviously very capable of making things sound ugly, but when you do that for too long, then you start to think, oh, it'd be nice to make something that sounds beautiful as well. So we're always just, I guess, in a fight with ourselves.
Pytałem o kwestię pewnego brudu w ich muzyce, o to, że pojawia się bardzo dużo partii przesterowanych, czy jest to gitara basowa, czy choćby klawisze, na których gra Timothy, i oni zauważyli, że nigdy nie zastanawiali się nad tym procesem, tylko było to wynikiem choćby tego, że australijska scena folkowa była troszeczkę ugrzeczniona. Jeżeli słyszy się dużo akustycznych gitar, to oczywiście w pewnym momencie chce się dołożyć troszeczkę do pieca, chce się dołożyć trochę przesterów, troszeczkę te konstrukcje nawet podpalić i oni po prostu lubią piękne dźwięki i dlatego tak właśnie grają. Do rozmowy wrócimy za krótką chwilę. Cały czas rozmawiamy podczas festiwalu Colours Of Ostrava z Brandonem i Timothym z zespołu The Kill Devil Hills, and I would like to ask you about one particular song called Kid. It's the song from your previous album. It's got really nice arrangement, a lot of space and emotional soul. And I guess it's also important to you to catch the glimpse of your energy in studio. Are not kind of the musicians who like to do so many takes one after one. I guess it's very important to you to make one take and make it emotional.
True. That one was, I love that song, and it was a very difficult song to record, really. We'd recorded it a few times and until we found, I don't know, the elements, you know. Originally we were not going to include it. It's quite long. everyone was doing different things with it, but yeah, I think we, you know, there's always some editing on the sounds, but I think getting the core, you know, rhythm and vocals, that one, I think, you know, a lot of the music we try to do with live lead vocals, like not do them later, because then you have the, you know, 70% of the song is there, and then you can start to create around that. And that one was hard. And then yeah, I really love the solo on it. You know, like the end is just, that was great fun doing that. I didn't play that. Steve, former guitarist, played that, and I don't know. Yeah, it was just like, it sort of goes from a ballad to Led Zeppelin or something. I don't know. It was a really fun song to make. Yeah, difficult. Yeah.
We find when we try and use too much studio technology, which usually would make something sound better, it sort of works against us. You know, it makes more sense for us to record as live as possible, because there's a lot of pushing and pulling, and like I said before, it's played in quite an expressive and emotive sort of fashion. So sometimes it can actually be hard to remember what you played the last time as well. So it's, you know, I mean, I'm a believer in, if you're in the studio, you should do whatever you need to do to make it sound the best. And sometimes that can be using the studio. Sometimes it can mean making the studio work for you. And I think we generally record everything as live as we can, and then use the studio to kind of help certain things be kind of bolstered and made a little bit better. But you know, the vocals always Brendan generally sings, you know, only a few takes, and it's more about the emotion and, you know, the feeling of the take that I think works for this music.
And being open to imperfections.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Most of the songs have chaos. You know, that you know, you find the chaos, I think, and when you find the chaos, finished. You know, and if it's all too polished or it's all too simple, or something happens in the recording and a chaotic creature comes out of the song, and it's like, let's do that, you know, and it takes a little, and that's when the song starts to complete, I think.
Na koniec pytałem o kwestię utworu Kids z poprzedniej płyty zespołu The Kill, Devil Hills, i ciekawiło mnie, bo tam jest takie bardzo emocjonalne solo, otwarta aranżacja, czy zależy im na tym, żeby uchwycić w studiu esencję takiego grania bardzo na setkę, bardzo live, i przyznali to, że absolutnie, że nie lubią, kiedy te próby są zbyt wychuchane, że jeżeli chodzi o utwór Kid, to w ogóle Brandon przyznał, że było to fajne doświadczenie, bo bardzo lubi to solo, które się tam pojawiło, ale rzeczywiście długo pracowali nad tym, żeby to wszystko tak brzmiało, ale starają się podczas nagrywania, żeby wszystko było jak najbardziej na żywo, jak to tylko możliwe, i też bardzo chcą, żeby to nie było zbyt wychuchane, zbyt doskonałe, żeby emocja nie uciekała. Guys, thank you so much for your time.
Absolute pleasure. Have a great festival. Yeah, we're gonna.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Dobre Granie.